Welcome in, everybody. Live streaming from a local nature area up in northern Colorado. It's not too far from my daughter's house. Not sure what happened to the gimbal there. Sorry about that. One little wacko. I've been doing the majority of my live streaming from Disneyland, so this is a little different. This is a winter Disneyland. Check out all this snow. Last night it was actually supposed to be clear. I had my telescope set up at my daughter's house and it was supposed to clear up after midnight. It never did. It just stayed cloudy and then woke up to all of this fresh snow. This red barn is one of my favorite areas here. It's a nature area, but they have a red barn here. Typically, you'll see during the afternoons, people come here for their family photo shoots or maternity shoots. Once in a while, a bridal party. If I stop talking, you'll be able to hear geese in the background. There they go. Very weird. I hear some people yelling or singing at the top of their voices. Maybe the snow has brought on some winter madness to some people. Usually it's nice and quiet here, as you would want from a nature area. I wanted to go that way first, but I believe we'll head over this other way because they are being so noisy. Oh, I saw her earlier. She was walking around. It's so weird because she's walking around singing and stuff like that, and I said hi to her, and she didn't even look at me. I was just trying to be friendly. Never can tell. It's bringing out, well, I guess winter, and when it's 21 degrees can freeze the brain a little bit, and it just brings out or uninhibits the inhibitions of people. So there's a couple nice loops around this nature area. It's called the Signature Bluff Nature Area. And you can go around straight. There's a lake right here. You can go straight around here next to the houses. But I want to ignore that there's houses. So I am going to walk next to the lake. So I don't know. Hopefully that the girl that's singing walked off the other way. You might still hear her in the background. I can hear her. But look at how beautiful this is. Well, she's not going to be the next Taylor Swift, but she's having fun. But to be honest, she's giving me a little bit of a headache. I just wanted to be out here listening to the snow fall and the geese flying by. Colorado has a lot of these nature areas like this, just small little areas, not super large. And sometimes they can be close to residential areas. Like I said, you could see the houses there. Although I guess it would be really awesome if you had a house there. Could you imagine the view off your deck every night? That would be so awesome. To the right is the boardwalk. You can see the barn off in the distance there. I love that little red barn. Hey, Manny. Sweater weather. It's 21 degrees. I got gloves. I've got the little heat pads inside my gloves to keep with these kind of gloves, your fingers can get cold. So I got that. I got my winter hat on, winter jacket, my winter hiking pants. I got my snow boots on. I'm set. All right, well, thanks for checking in, Manny. Appreciate it. I just wanted to try to do a little live stream when I could here, just to stay in touch with everybody. So come back and check it out later. It's probably only be about an hour or so live stream. Thank you again, Manny. Great to have Manny check in on this live stream. Hey, Jen, welcome on in. It's great to have you. Come in and check in the live stream. I already passed up the barn. Let me swing around here. There's the red barn back there. I'll have to take off my gloves for a minute because I can't operate the phone with gloves on. But isn't that a cool barn? That is like one super, super cool barn. Yep, it's 21 degrees. It's actually really cool because it wasn't supposed to snow. It was supposed to be sunny or like clear skies last night. I was not expecting any kind of snow. I woke up and there was snow. The deck at my daughter's house was all covered in snow. My truck had snow on it. So I got out of my pajamas and got dressed as quick as I could and ran over here to this nature area. It's only about 10 minutes from our house. Hey Amanda, it does? Yeah, this is the area where when I typically go running when I'm at my daughter's house, at Kristen's house. I come here and I go running because it's probably, depends how far you loop. It's got a limit, but you can loop around it a couple times, but it's about a couple miles around it. Because the trail goes all the way around here. Well, there's a trail here, there's a trail around to the left, and then the other trail's all the way to the right against those trees in the distance. And loops way back there. It's super cool. Hopefully a few more people get to see that we're live streaming. This is not Disneyland, but this is a winter Disneyland. We have Disneyland in California, but we have a winter Disneyland here in Colorado. The hoarfrost, that's called hoarfrost when it's on the branches like that. It is a winter wonderland. Hey, yeah, why didn't I think about calling it that? Winter wonderland, yes. There's been thousands of geese that keep flying around here. I don't hear them right now. You could hear a truck going by. There's a major road just to the one side. Again, this is an area just kind of stuck next to a housing area they built. So it's a residential area there, and to the right side is a bunch of farmland and some, so a lot of trucks drive on it. Ooh, I hear the geese again. So I've been here like 2 hours already. I came first and took a bunch of photographs. So I looped around the whole thing with photographs. But as I was photographing, I was thinking, oh yeah, this would be cool to live stream here. So that's what I'm doing. I hear them, but I can't see them yet. If you can see them. I don't know if you can make them out over there. Most of these are like Canadian geese, if I recall right. But there's several ponds and lakes around this area, so I guess it's too cold for them to sit anywhere, so they just keep flying from one spot to the next. So yeah, I don't think they're snow geese. I think although they're snow, they're Canadian geese, I believe. Another interesting aspect that just dawned on me today, this is a nature area. And typically in a nature area, you're not allowed to bring dogs. But people, if you look off in the distance, they have their dog there. So lots of people walk their dogs here. So there's not really any wildlife per se in this, although I've seen deer tracks and stuff once in a while, but typically there's just birds here. And a lot of dogs. I saw some earlier. They did make some good photos. Usually I don't have people in my photographs, but I photographed some with. It was a little cloudier earlier. The snow was lower down, so all the clouds were lower down, and it made for kind of a misty look. So I took some photos with dogs and people walking in the distance. There's some more. They're only mean, Amanda, if you try to pet them. Amanda was saying that these geese are mean. No, they're only mean if you try to pet them. They like to have their space. Let's see if we can see them. It's hard for me to see the screen. With the snow, with the snow all around and everything all white, it kind of blinds you a little bit, so can make it a little bit hard to see. Put my glove back on, as it is only, well, it's probably a little warmer than 21 degrees now, but it's not too warm yet. I need to, there we go. Yeah, all this hoarfrost is so cool. Just the way it coats the branches. Yeah, this is a neat place for sunsets. I usually get sunsets here. Not too often for sunrise. I was hoping that they would come over here and land in the water here and stuff, but they're not. Although there's a lone duck out there all by himself. So I'm going to be looping around this area on the trail. This one that goes along the lake connects to the main one right up here. So you guys can see where I trail run and run at to stay in shape when I'm here in Colorado. took some photos of these guys earlier. It looks so cool. Yep, it is really magical. We talk about the Disney magic all the time because it is very magical at Disneyland. But this is like the real magic right here. There's not been a lot of people out here, but you can tell by the tracks that there's been maybe a couple dozen people out here. Thank you to everybody who's watching the video right now. Really appreciate it. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. I know there's quite a few regulars that are watching right now, so that's awesome. But if you're new, please hit the subscribe and like button. It'd be neat to know if people enjoy live streams from out here in the wilderness as much as people enjoy live streams from Disneyland. Yeah, but it is very peaceful. This live stream is only going to be maybe about an hour. I have to get back and help babysit the grandkids here in just a little bit, but take advantage of what we can when we can, especially since it wasn't supposed to snow. No telling when it will snow again. Look how cool that looks. I can feel some snow coming down. Ooh, and there's geese coming. I just stop and take a couple photos of this. It looks so cool. I shot these. I took some photos, but from the other side. I didn't walk down here earlier. Yeah, wouldn't it be fun to have a house right here? There's the red barn way down there. It's fun because there's so many little paths and stuff you can take through here too. I'm not going to do that because I want to walk back here. I love when I photograph to take pathway photos with paths through them. And there's a super cool one right here. So I don't want to miss showing you guys that by going around it. This is one, it looks pretty cool here, but it probably looks better coming. I think it looks better aiming this way. Let me switch lenses here. And you're starting to see some footprints through there, but look at how cool this looks like. With the pathway of the snow with the arching tree branches. It's just so beautiful for me. Yep, I love it. That's why, as much as I was enjoying live streaming from Disneyland, it was like a part of me was like, oh, I got to get outdoors again. I got to get out to the wilderness. Yeah, see how neat this looks? Yeah, there's something about winter that I just love. More geese are coming. See See if we can see them through the tree branches. I can't see them, but I can hear them. There they are. Oh, it's focusing on the tree branches. Hey, Akari, awesome. I'm glad you do, because I'm going to try to do as many as I can nature live streams as well. We're going to turn from the night owls of Disneyland into the day owls of wilderness areas. There they go. Ooh, here, let's see if we can. Could you see the geese through the trees? I'm not sure. I mean, I could see them, but I wasn't sure how well they're coming through on the camera. Yeah, this is a really nice break, you know. Just talking with Jen earlier about how magical Disneyland is, but how even more magical this is. Hey, Louie, welcome on in. It's great to have all the regulars popping in this early. Usually we're not up live streaming this early, but I'm in Colorado right now, northern Colorado. And some of the snow that you were getting, Louie, finally made it over here. Wasn't supposed to even snow last night, but woke up to this awesome coating of snow. It's just like maybe an inch or two. It's not too much, but it's so cold it hasn't melted yet. Oh, I love it. I love it, Jen. Nature by day, Disney by night. Ooh. Love it. I got to remember that one. I got to change my saying, because I really like that. If I can, if you haven't copyrighted it yet, I think I'm going to want to use that one. Nature by day, Disney by night. So normally when I'm looping around, I'll just loop around this way and head around that way. We'll walk a little bit this way. The path also kind of tees off this way, and then the path will go right up against where the houses are, because there's another loop of the trail that goes along next to the houses. I don't usually go on that because it's paved. Most of this path out here is gravel, and when I run, I like to run on. Because I've been running so many years, I prefer to run on a softer surface than pavement. So. So they have a few of these raised. Ooh, there's a bird right there. Did you guys see that? Right down in there. Not sure what kind of bird. There he is. He darted off just a little bit more. It's kind of sparrow. Ooh, a hawk. Whoa, 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 whoa. You guys probably didn't see it, but a hawk just flew by. Ooh, it's going all the way. It landed right over there. That's so cool. Sometimes they have bald eagles that are at this nature area. There's owls. There's a few hawks once in a while. I've got some photographs of the owls. And the bald eagles and the hawks, but the owls are the ones I photograph. I've been elusive to me so much, so I'm more excited when I get them. Yeah, this is about 5,000 feet up at my daughter's house. Wow, that's so cool. I mean, I got a couple photos of it. Just they probably won't be worth printing, but I still got some photos of it. The snow is making noises as I walk on it. I just love it when you see the snow still on the branches and stuff. And because a lot of times you're in places like this and it'll snow and then it gets warmer during the day and then snow melts. By 10 o'clock, it's all melted already. But I love it when the edge of the branches and the trees still have snow on them. It gives such a wintertime feel. Anybody in here that is just new to this live stream, please hit that subscribe and like button. Would really appreciate it to help us to keep growing. Yeah, the Tetons at Teton National Park is supposed to get snow next week or later this week. And I was thinking about driving up for my daughters to go up there so I can get some fresh snow. But here it came right here. Look at how cool this looks. I'm gonna have to juggle. I'm gonna have to juggle the live stream along with taking some photos. I just took a photograph looking this way, a little bit tighter than what you guys are seeing. Let me switch the lens. Yeah, it's about what I was photographing just now, about that same composition. Oh, that would be cool, Amanda, to get snow down there. Well, are you trying to tempt me to come down there by telling me there's going to be snow? That would be a way to do it. Ooh. I like this. You guys see the reflection of the tree branch down there in the snow, in the river, that part that's not frozen right there? I like that. That's true. Desert snow is really, really cool. It's so cool to see the snow in the desert. I like it when it does it in Joshua Tree. Just the contrast with the white and the red of the rocks and stuff is like so cool. Here we go. Here's another cool shot. Pardon me while I take another photo. I need to see what time it is. 12:48. All right, we have about 20 minutes left to live stream because I have to head back to my daughter's. Ooh. There they go. Welcome in everybody who's new. I'm at the Signature Bluffs Nature Area in northern Colorado. There is a really super cool red barn here, but we're currently not where the red barn is. There's some trails that go through the nature area. So I'm at the part where we're as far away from the red barn as you can get. But it's so pretty. As cool as the red barn is, this is probably maybe even a little more cooler. Just so many beautiful views along here. If you like taking photos, the opportunities are endless right here. Hey Louis, that's cool. Yeah, taking photos of an object in all four seasons is really, really cool. Like in California where I'm at, it's like we have like one season or maybe two seasons at best. But yeah, when you get up here in the Colorado, up in the Midwest here in the United States, yeah, it's neat. I've done that too, where take a picture of a tree. I've got some friends who've done it really, really good. I got a couple friends over in the UK that did that. It was really neat. Mine, I do that, but then I forget to like put them together, because you could put them together like in a series of photos just to show, winter, spring, summer, and fall. Got a little bit of snow coming down again. Just some really light flurries though. But I can see it coming down. Oh, that's fun. Yeah. I like taking photos of planes and stuff too, but yeah, I usually don't get to where I'm going to the airport, but I've thought of that a few times, like going to LAX or whatever and setting up and just taking photos. Well, right now we're back out here on the main walkway, main pathway. Well, I might need to take a photo of this again. Let's see. Let me zoom in here a little bit and I'll show you what I just took a photo of. Let's see, that's gonna be too tight. But kind of I took like, maybe I should take that photo nice and tight. That's kind of the photo I was just taking. Yeah, I love these little pathway shots. Here we got somebody who just ran by me. Oops, sorry about that. My granddaughter is trying to call me. Yeah, I love the Pacific Northwest, PNW, one of my favorite areas. Yeah, I keep meaning to get back up there because there's so much about the Pacific Northwest that I love. Well, I mean, I love Mount Rainier. I was in the Army. I was up in Fort Lewis, but I love Mount Rainier. I was up there when Mount St. Helens blew its top. I was actually there. Not on Mount St. Helens, but I was up in Washington. Got my car totally covered in ash from the volcano. Yeah, my granddaughter was calling because she was trying to figure out when I was going to get back with the Starbucks. She asked me to get her Starbucks while I was out. I didn't quite think I was going to be gone quite so long. But when it looks this beautiful, you know, it's hard to head back when it looks this beautiful. That's really cool, Jen. You have your photos posted anywhere? Where do you have your photos? For anyone who's listening and not able to see the chat, Jen had just mentioned that she's taking photos up in the Pacific Northwest area. And I agree, it's a very beautiful, beautiful area up there. Yep, I agree, Louis. Being in the forest with fresh snow and no footprints. There's a couple spots here without footprints, but obviously the main trail has had, a fair amount of people on it. Not too many, but enough to add the footprints. I hear a squirrel back there chattering. Another spot right here where you can see the river. Ooh, there's a bunch of geese taking off. No, ducks. There they go. Yeah, they like to hang out here, and I almost always don't see them until I've disturbed them, and then they're taken off flying. Hello, McKenna. I'm not sure if I'm doing more videos today. Yeah, McKenna McKenna's like my narrator. She loves narrating the videos, so, but she's not narrated any live streams because I only recently started doing live streams. So yeah, McKenna, we got to get out and go do something so you can help live stream with me. If you're just new into the live stream here, be sure to hit that subscribe and like button. Please click those. Yeah, we have to do an unboxing video. We have to do that, McKenna. Yep. All the Disneyland toys from McDonald's that I got. We need to unbox those. Yeah, there's some owls that are out here, but they tend to be very, very elusive. It'll be like I'll hear them, but they'll be like on the other side of the river. They'll be on the opposite side, so I can't get to them because the river's in the way. And the same back with where we were at. There's another big pond area and stuff back there, so they'll be on the other side of that, so I can't get them. The only time I've been able to photograph them is a couple times they're in these trees right up here. But they only showed up like right at sunset, so it was like super dark. I had to crank up the ISO in my camera in order to get it to be able to take photos. It ended up cleaning up pretty nice, but it definitely wasn't the easiest of circumstances. But at least I saw them, so that was so cool. Also, the bald eagles like to hang out in these trees along here once in a while. There's farmland on the other side there. There's a bunch of farmland, so a lot of times they'll go off over there. Hey, Jonah, welcome on in. I'm going to have all my grandkids watching the live stream too. They should have came with me, but they're all still in pajamas when I ran out. Hey, Kalani, 80, yikes, wow. Actually, when I left, I think the last day I left, it was like 80 in Disneyland, like 4 or 5 days ago, whenever the last day was I was there. So I was like, no, don't get so hot, because I knew it was going to be colder when I got out here. I didn't want to get used to 80-degree weather. See, what's nice too is like this little pathway that's right there. You don't normally like really see it because it's just brown and you got the grasses. But in the with the snow highlighting it, it's like really, really cool. I'm trying to back up and take a photo. My screen is wider than what the lens is on my camera, so. There's definitely some more snow coming. Yep, 80. Yeah, this is 21 when I got here. I'm not sure what the temperature is now, but it's probably like 25 here. Not sure. It still feels really cold. Okay. Kylie's gonna come in too. Another one of my grandkids. I'm gonna have the whole place. You guys are gonna be outnumbered with my grandkids. We got some people. See here, we got some people out here hiking. Yeah, I have to, but they're probably still all in pajamas. They got the day off of school because it's a holiday. It's like, it's a snow day, so if they would have had school, they might have had school canceled and had a snow day, but it was already a holiday, so it didn't count.
Hi.
Good morning. Beautiful out.
Eagle up there.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
There.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
Ooh, the bald eagle's out. Ooh, I left my other camera though. I left the camera with the long lens in my truck. I have it with me. Can go get it. But we'll walk a little bit faster and see if the bald eagle's still here. Ooh, we kind of missed it. Real quick, forget the bald eagles. These two, it's really cool. They got this meadow area, and then you have these two trees. So, let's see it. So it's kind of cool because they isolate and they work. You can shoot them from different angles, and they're like so cool because with the sunset and stuff, it's just really, really, really neat. Ooh, there it is. Ooh. There's a bald eagle right there, you guys. There is a bald eagle. Wish I had my longer lens, but for now, whoops, sorry about that. I was taking photos. There's the bald eagle again. He is facing the other direction. Let me go. I'm going to walk by. We'll go back and get my other camera. I should have brought it. I just thought with it being so snowy, there wasn't going to be really much for birds and stuff here, that they'd all be hidden away. Whoa. I don't know if you guys saw it, but he flew off, but I was taking photos just as he was flying off. Usually they fly off just after I put my camera down. So I don't know if you guys could see it. I was zoomed in at 200 millimeter, but I should have been 400 millimeter. But, oh, look at that. Crane going by. I think that was a sandhill crane. He's heading to the lake where we were at earlier. I guess all the birds have woken up. I will not be back home for a little while. As you can see, we have bald eagles, we have sandhill cranes, we have geese, we have snow. We have so many things here. Ooh. All right, there's a bunch of geese right up here. Phone is a. Jen was mentioning that she only has a phone right now to take photos. She wants to get a good camera, and certainly, yeah, if you're going to really be taking photos, you want a good camera. But having a phone's a great place to start, and it's a great way to work on compositions and work on understanding the light. So no, it's definitely a good start. Yeah, I didn't see Daisy and Donald out there. Where are they? They're probably off in warmer climate down in Disneyland. That's so cool. I got the bald eagle, but he was flying when he took off because he had his back to us, so he flew off away from me, which ideally he would have been flying to me, not away from me. But it's still really cool. Hey, Magnavolt, welcome on in. Well, this is a place worth dreaming about. And like what's amazing is, like I said, it's only about 10 minutes from my daughter's house. It's just down the road. So there's those two trees again. Let's there they are. Let's go in a little bit tighter. So that's almost too tight, but you can kind of see how they're off in the middle of that meadow. And I've shot so many sunsets here. It's just so awesome. Yeah, it's true, Louis. Yeah, the modern cameras today are really, actually really good. They way better than my first digital camera. I mean, I shot with film for years, but when I switched to digital 20 some years ago, it was, I mean, they still look really good, but today's cameras on the phones are better. Though perhaps not better for printing wise. That's still where we're having a real camera with a bigger sensor really helps for printing. Ooh, there's the ball. I'm gonna take a photo and I'll show you if he stays there. Okay, I gotta start walking a little bit faster and go back and get the other camera. See, there's the bald eagle again. Hey Louis, yeah, no, that's a great way to learn, is with just a really ultra basic camera that, doesn't have autofocus or auto exposure. When I started photographing, there was no such thing as autofocus. That didn't even exist then. So that came out later. And yeah, I shot manual, but pretty much I mainly would shoot in aperture priority in my cameras. I like the aperture, for those of you who don't know, is a setting on the camera that controls what's called the depth of field, which is how much is in focus. So I liked to be able to control how much of the image was going to be in focus. So I would use aperture priority to do that. All right, we'll head back to my truck. I'm gonna swap cameras. I'll grab the camera with the longer lens. We'll come back here and we'll see if, there's some more geese. Yeah, we'll see if the bald eagle's still there. Oh, no, there they go. There's two of them. I don't know if you can see them, but they're flying off this direction, which actually might be good as long as they don't go to the farmer's field area. Oh, there's a third one. I've really only ever seen two bald eagles, but there's a third one there. Right up back in there, it looked like, oh yeah, right there. See him? Okay, oops, sorry. trying to hold you guys in close while I take photos of him as well. Sorry if we lost him. So there he is. There's the bald eagle. Is that cool or what? All right, we're gonna go wide. I gotta run. I gotta go grab the other camera. We gotta hurry. I gotta get the camera with the long lens that's good for capturing birds. So our little slow meandering hike is gonna speed up here a little bit. Ooh, I should do a GameStop live stream. I should do a Fortnite live stream. Could have live streamed my victory royale last night in Fortnite. There's a red barn off there to the right. Ooh, I like this framing right here. I'll show you guys in a second. Hate to keep pausing, but right there's the red barn. Look at that. Does that look cool or not? You can grab a screen grab like that for your red barn. We'll get a little bit closer to it here in a second. But we'll have to grab the camera and then I can come back. Ooh, it's definitely warming up. Snow's melted off the sidewalk. Oh yeah, I see the sun starting to come out. There's the red barn. One of my favorite barns. So we've looped around. We've probably hiked about 1.5 miles or so. The famous Red Barn. The grandkids know it because they've had their photos taken here before. And look at Louis, if you're still there, look at, there's no footprints. Nobody's walked on this section. So it's kind of cool. I got photos of it earlier, like total fresh snow, no footprints on it. So the challenge here is there is a residential area off over there. So I try to compose it so that you don't really see the houses in the background. So there's a few angles where you can get it. Oh, Jen, you had some geese flying above your head, above your house? That's cool. Jen, do you ever go up to Mount Rainier? How do you like Mount Rainier? I like Paradise. Paradise is my favorite area. Okay, yeah, the whole parking lot was covered in snow when I got here. Now there's pretty much melting off. Let me grab my other camera. See how well I can do this. Actually, I wonder if the cord's almost almost long enough. I could set it, the other camera on the live stream camera on the roof, but not quite. Oh. You guys can look at the red barn while I'm trying to get my other camera out. Actually, I got it good enough. I'll find that there's a spot I can set the camera for a second while I get the camera out of its bag. We have a little bench. I'm going to set you guys here for a second. Grab my camera. Yeah, it appears we've got like a Starbucks order going. So, but I already got 2 of them Starbucks yesterday. So I only owe 1 of them. McKenna's the one who I still owe getting Starbucks. So I believe McKenna's the only one who's going to get Starbucks today. Much as I love Starbucks, it can get a little costly and start adding up a little bit when you got 6 grandkids. Okay, you guys, we are heading back off. Oh, I'm pretty sure I locked my truck, but let me. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Sorry, it's a little jiggly. I'm trying to get my glove back on my other hand. And let's see if the bald eagles are still there. Now I'm ready. Whoop. There you go. There goes one. Oh man, I missed it. My focus point moved in my camera, so then it was way off in the corner. That's the bad thing about trying to do too many things. So I couldn't focus on the bird. I was focusing up on the sky because my focus point was there. It was not in the right spot. All right, well, we missed it. I don't know if you saw it flying by. I saw it flying by, but I didn't get any photos. So let's see if it comes back or if there's... I thought there was 2, but there was clearly 3 flying by, so earlier. Hey, Minnie, welcome on in. I'm at a local nature area here in northern Colorado. It has a really cool red barn, which we've seen. I started there and then we looped back around there, but there's some bald eagles flying around here. So I wanted to get back to where they like to hang out a little bit. With my, I already took some photos of them, but I didn't have my camera with the long lens on it, so we're heading back now. Okay, so bald eagles like to be in these trees along here. If you spot them, let me know. Hey, Titanic. Oh, you think you might get some snow this weekend? That would be cool, but it'd probably be crazy down there. Probably really cause a lot of... Probably be an issue with driving and stuff with the roads, I would bet. Yeah, it was 21 degrees when I got here earlier. I'm not sure it's warmed up from there, so I'm not sure exactly what it is right now. Well, guys can look at the walkway here a little bit. The hiking path. I enjoy driving in the snow actually, but I've been doing it off and on my whole life. It's kind of fun, but it definitely takes some special techniques to do it safely. Oh, I hear some gun sounds to the west of me. Some farmers are firing off their rifles, maybe. Trying to keep my head on a swivel because that one bald eagle flew like to the other side of the lake behind, well, it would be behind us right now. I'm trying to keep an eye to see if he flies back here anytime soon while we look this direction to see if any bald eagles are hanging out in the trees. Colorado is running low on snow this year. So this unexpected little snowfall, even though it's not much, is definitely appreciated. I'm not sure how much longer the live stream will be. Probably not too much longer. If I wouldn't have seen the bald eagles, I might have already ended it, but it's hard to say no when you're seeing bald eagles. Yeah, McKenna, you are my number one fan, that's for sure. McKenna watches all my videos and likes them all and leaves comments. She is awesome. And for that, she deserves some Starbucks. Yep, it's McKenna. McKenna went with me to Yellowstone National Park last summer, and we did some videos there that you can find in the YouTube channel. She was a very good tour guide. We got to see a bunch of geysers and stuff there. Got to see some buffalo, some bison. And we got to see a bear. All right, I'm going to go up to this next curve because sometimes the bald eagles will hang out starting up like right here and then back the way we came. So I'm going to look for them up here and we can slowly walk our way back towards the red barn. There's some more geese going by up there. There's bald eagles coming this way. I mean, bald eagles, geese coming this way. And then I hear, oh, there's a whole bunch of them up there. Look at that. And I believe these are all Canadian geese. Yeah, the grandkids don't like Starbucks. I actually don't like Starbucks either. I'm not a... For all the money I've spent at Starbucks, it's not been for me. It's for like everybody else. You do, Jen? Man, sounds like I need to come visit you then, because I see bald eagles once in a while, but not like that often. So. It's fun when I get to see them. Which hopefully we see one here pretty soon. Oh, they're all going in for landing. Whoa. So they're all down there then, and the river is right there. So they're all hanging down at the river. Can walk there in a minute, but right now, I really want to see if I can find the bald eagle again. Oh, that would be cool, Jen. Oh, there's a bunch of wild geese down here. Did you see that? And they all took off. They must have heard my voice, and then they all took off. Yeah. These geese actually can be like kind of an annoying sound after a while. All right, yeah, and I'm actually a decent distance away from them, but they get skittish really easy. Okay, back to the bald eagle. Does anybody see the bald eagle? I see some really beautiful stuff here, but I don't see the bald eagle. I guess it was up in this tree earlier back here. I usually don't see it this far back, but earlier it was up in this one tree right here. There they go again. They're just flying around up there. All right, my battery's running low. Let's switch the batteries in my camera. Do a little juggling here. Oh, you see Starbucks? I don't think you see Starbucks. Good try. Minnie, she can't see the Starbucks from here. Though I'm only 5 minutes away from the Starbucks, so it is just down the road. All right, good, good. It's a good thing I can do things one-handed. I swapped the battery out. You guys hopefully didn't get too dizzy. Oh, they're landing again over there. They like that spot up there. But it's not really geese I'm after. It's a bald eagle I'm after. They're all coming in for landing. Sorry about that. It's like it's like I have do not disturb on, have the volume turned all the way down, and yet calls are still able to, and they're spam calls. They're not even like, it's not even like somebody I would want to get a phone call from. They're a bunch of scammers who are spamming. All right, you guys, let's look at this real quick. You see the sun's coming out. Look how cool that tree looks. Does that look cool or what? That is one cool looking tree. Yeah, it's definitely warming up. All right, let me see if I can find the bald eagle. Otherwise, we'll have to call it quits because I've got to get some Starbucks for McKenna. The sun's starting to make its way out a little bit here. Ooh. I just saw the bald eagle. He was back there on that little tree right there, but he just as I saw him, he flew down. That's usually my luck with bald eagles, is usually I see them just as they're going. Hey, Andy. Welcome on in. We're at a local nature area here in northern Colorado, which has a red barn at it. We've seen that. I'm going to head back to it in a minute, but we've been seeing a lot of Canadian geese and also some bald eagles here. So I went back to my truck to get my camera with the longer lens on it, but since I did that, we've not seen the bald eagle, or bald eagles. There's, I think, well, there's 3, but if there's 3, you'd think there'd be 4. I thought there was only 2, but when they were flying by earlier, I saw 3, so. A couple lone geese up there flying by. So the bald eagles like to hang out in these trees along here, a little bit to the ones in the left too. So I'm going to slowly walk my way along here. See if we can find one hanging out or even just flying by. Whoop. I whacked the gimbal with my regular camera. Just decided I want to take a photo of those 2 geese flying by. Oh, I want bald eagles. And welcome in everybody who's new. We're at a nature area here in northern Colorado. It snowed last night. It wasn't supposed to snow, but it did. So we're taking advantage of it. If you haven't subscribed or haven't hit the like button, please do that. Trying to expand beyond just Disneyland videos or Disneyland live streams, and trying to do some live streams here out in nature. Problem sometimes is you don't have good cell reception when you're out in nature. You don't put cell towers up on mountains too often. But in this area, it's only 10 minutes from my daughter's house, so I have good cell reception, so it's great for live streaming. Hi there. Somebody just walked by she was walking her 2 dogs. That's kind of a odd area that a lot of nature areas, like real nature areas, I guess. I don't want to call this not a real one, but they don't allow dogs because they'll scare the birds and any wildlife or whatever. But here, because I guess we're so close to civilization, this is a place where people come to walk their dogs. Which is kind of nice. I like dogs. I just don't like to own dogs, but I like dogs. McKenna, it was a scam call. It was somebody who was scamming, those scammers that try to call your phone numbers all the time. And I don't know, my one phone recently, it's over the last 3 weeks, man, I get 6 calls a day or more on my phone. It's I don't know what happened, if somebody decided to put my name on somebody's list again or whatever, but I get so many calls. Well, maybe that was it for the bald eagles. We still got some trees up here. They can still be in the section up here. Otherwise, we'll head back to the red barn. Let you guys see it and wrap up the live stream. Kind of looks pretty too with now the sun hitting it, but the snow's definitely coming off the tree branches. If anybody spots a bald eagle, holler. See here, somebody down there walking this way. He's got a couple dogs as well. Yep, I have to stop by Starbucks for McKenna. She's already given me her order. Pink drink, but no strawberries. Something about something on top, a soft top. I don't know what a soft top is. I've seen a couple rabbits. I mean, not now, but like in the summer and stuff, I've seen some rabbits, but actually not too many though. Maybe because they've got the bald eagles and there's a hawk and some owls here, maybe there's not many rabbits. Hey there. Doing good.
Photos?
Yeah, a lot of cool photos. It's pretty out here right now. Oh, sorry, I didn't see her. She was right behind me. I kind of.
Come here, Nelson. Come on.
Oh. All right. No, that's okay. Have a good day. I almost squashed a little dog there. Didn't even know it was right behind me. I was stepping back just a hair, and the little dog was right behind me. Taking a couple photos of the branches right there with the little bit of snow still on them and what looks like blue sky kind of behind them. Okay, bald eagle, come on. Where are you, bald eagle? Well, even if we don't get to see the bald eagles again, at least we got to see it. Or see them, and it was really fun to see. Got some photos of them. Yeah, it's so cool. Ooh, there they are. There they are. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they're... They're, see them back there? I don't have a clear shot of them, but they're there. All right, we have bald eagles. I just need to try to get a clear shot of them. They're on the wrong side of those trees, those branches. Okay, McKenna. All right, McKenna, don't call me. There they are. It's a little wobbly. Let me go back. At least you can kind of see what I'm seeing. But they got their backs to me again. I did get a couple shots. My camera was I was able to thread the needle to get to that one. So yes, bald eagle. But if they take off flying, I actually don't have a good shot. If you guys can see, there's so many trees around there. I do not have a good shot. I don't want to zoom in that much. I just want to zoom in so it's not so jiggly for you guys. So there they are. But if they start flying, if you can imagine, I won't be able to see them because all the trees and branches will be in the way. So, sun's coming out. I need them to be in another tree. Preferably one I can see in front of. Now I could walk over there. I don't know if you see the white, like there's cars going off in the distance. You can walk over there, but it's actually further away than what you think. Right now he's preening himself. Whoop. Oh, sorry, I dropped I dropped a glove. I gotta pick it up. Sorry about the jiggliness there. I dropped my glove. I had to take my glove off so I could zoom in on the lens there for you, the camera. Oh, hey, we have a dog. Hi there.
They were really running around here the last few days.
Yeah, it's really awesome. But they're on the wrong side of the trees for me right now. It's like, could you come on this side, please? Hey Andy, that's really cool. Again, sorry, this is zoomed in all the way on the live stream, so the slightest movement gets it off of them. But I was trying to check a few things out here. My problem with birds is I don't have enough patience to hang around for the birds forever. So I'm not a birder by nature. I have where I can take photos of them, but I pretty much only take photos when they decide to come by and visit me. Is that another bald eagle back? Off to the left, you guys can't see it, but I think the other bald eagle is flying that way. Yep, Minnie, so you know the understanding, the feeling. It's like, I love taking photos of them, but they gotta come to my schedule. I think another bald eagle maybe landed over there to the left. What I'll need to do is, I'll come back out here again later. Won't have all the snow later in the week, but we can come back out again looking for the bald eagles, and I'll bring my tripod with me. So I'll set the live stream on the tripod. That way, one, I won't be moving around as much, and then two, it'll be easier to operate my camera. Much easier to use two hands instead of one. Yeah, one of the other bald eagles just flew up and over us and to the right, but there was no shot at a good shot. Maybe if I back up and we look how pretty that looks. Is that looking pretty or what? If I back up and back off a little bit, maybe they'll move. Or maybe we'll spot the other ones. Because with their positioning, there's really, I took the the photo or two I could really take because there's too many tree branches in the way. And they have their back to us, which is so rude of them. You'd think they'd be a little more politer and face us. Yeah, that's Andy. It's always sad to lose our parents, but it's great when they're back together again in heaven, that's for sure. Is this pretty or what? they're way up overhead now. I can't get, the gimbal will go wacko if I try to get it that high up overhead. But yeah, the sun's hitting, sun's out now, so everything's really looking very different. If you're new into the live stream, please hit that subscribe and like button. Please click that. We'd really appreciate that as we continue to try to grow. Hi there. Good. Yeah, look at the snow is basically off the majority of the branches. Now there's still a few with some snow on them, but sun's come up and it's warmed up enough that the snow is no longer on the trees like it was, where it looked so pristine this morning. Well, at least we got to see the bald eagles. I didn't necessarily get a really good shot of them. I got some photos of the bald eagles, but I did get some photos, so we will take that. We'll count that as a victory. Can come back out here again. This is my first time out here. Yeah, it's my first time out here since I've been back in northern Colorado at my daughter's. So the one couple that went by, or the one lady that went by, said that they've been out a lot lately, so I'm definitely coming back here. It's nice. It's only 10 minutes away from my daughter's house, so I can get here lickety split. And the sun is out. McKenna, you're number one even if you're not number one. Just don't tell your other 5 brothers and sisters that. It's really pretty back there, huh? Well, we're going to head back to the red barn. Especially for you guys who are just jumped on recently. It gives you another view, or give you your first view of the red barn. I really like barns, so this is really cool to have a barn right here. Kind of a little isolated so that you can get some photos of it. There's a lot of farms out here, although a lot of the farms are disappearing, but there's still farms with barns out here. But typically there's houses and, the farmhouse and just other stuff around them, or They're a little further back, so you can't get in close to them because it's private property. So this is nice to have a barn that's right here. Yeah, the sun's a little blinding right there. My sunglasses are in the other camera case. I'll tell you what we're going to do real quick is, so we can end the video or end the live stream, I'm going to walk back towards where the lake is here real quick because we haven't been back there in a while. So at least we can get the lake and then I'll come back to the red barn. There's a raised walkway that walks along there over that way. I prefer to come over this way, as you can see some other people do as well by the footprints. And come over here to the lake. As a photographer, this one can be a little bit of a challenge to photograph because I don't know if you guys can see because of the sun, but there's houses all the way along there. This is next to the housing district, housing area, residential area, group of houses, whatever you want to call it. But there are ways, especially if you get a little further down, you can take photos because you see the houses kind of go off there and then they'll start to get hidden by the trees. So you can come here, or I can come here and take photos like this and you wouldn't even know that their house is right there. But this is the lake. Okay, Andy, Pepsi for you. I've got iced tea in my truck. And for as cold as it's been, it might even turn to ice. I don't know. But I have ice and iced tea. And we'll get McKenna her pink drink in just a few minutes. Look at how pretty this lake is. And there's my selfie shadow. We're gonna head back to the barn and then wrap this guy up. Let's see, how long have I been on? Wow, 2.5 hours. Been live streaming 2.5 hours. Wow, I was thinking it was only gonna be like about an hour or so. That's what I was guessing. But it has turned much longer than that. But what can you do when you start seeing bald eagles? You know, you can't just stop a live stream. You got to keep going. Yeah, Pepsi slushy would be different to have, as everybody in chat is describing their favorite drinks. A Pepsi slushy would be a little bit different. All right, here we are, back to the barn. Let me zoom in a little bit. So also with the barn, as I mentioned earlier, because there's some houses back off in there. So during the summer, it's easier because the trees have leaves on them, right? So it kind of helps cover up the houses. I really don't want houses in the back of my barn photos, so I'll often aim more this way. And this is, the video is a pano video, so it's getting more on the edges than what my camera would do. So, but this is my famous red barn. I have taken hundreds and hundreds of photos out here. See how cool that looks? I've gotten it with sunsets. I've gotten it, you name it. Lightning. I've come out here for lightning. I've not gotten any lightning over the red barn, but there's been lightning around here where I took the lightning photos. Oh, Louis wants a strong black coffee. Yeah, I don't like the taste of coffee, so I don't know if I either just take it strong black or I pour like a half a pound of sugar into it so that it no longer tastes like coffee. Ooh, okay, Andy, now you're talking my language. Okay, Andy changed his from Pepsi to hot chocolate. I'm thinking hot, you said cocoa, but hot chocolate with whipped cream and drizzled chocolate syrup. I love me some hot chocolate. And what's weird, Andy, it's weird what I do is I drink my hot chocolate with a straw. I use a straw so I can kind of like keep getting whipped cream with the hot chocolate. And that's how I drink my hot chocolate. It's probably very, very weird, but that's how I do it. Okay, we're going to do a little circle around. I haven't shown everybody the back side of the barn yet. But since the sun is out, let's go back here. Sun's in our eyes a little bit, but it will be gone soon. This is another angle where you can shoot this and then you definitely don't get any houses in the shot. Let me go a little wider. I don't like this as much of a view because it has the circuit breaker box right there, the power box. The other side doesn't have that. But if we ignore that, this is a cool angle as well. Hey, Ride, yeah, believe it or not, it's snow. I'm up here in northern Colorado, and we had an unexpected snow last night. So I had to come here as soon as I could this morning. I've been live streaming for 2.5 hours. So I've actually been here maybe about 3.5 hours because I got here and it was still all cloudy and snowy. Took a bunch of photos for about an hour or so, and then I started up the live stream. Oh, good idea, McKenna. Yeah, I need to come back and get the bald eagle later. Yep. I will. So, right, I was just about ready to hang up on the live stream because we've been live streaming for 2.5 hours. So you came in right at the tail end, but if you get a chance, go ahead and scroll back or even just start from the beginning. You'll see that right now we got blue skies. It's amazing. In like 30 minutes we went from totally clouds to total blue skies here. And we saw some bald eagles. I got some video of some bald eagles, and pretty cool. So right, yep. That's kind of how I was. I was born in Minnesota and lived there, and then as a teenager, my family moved out to California. So I grew up in snow. So I still really, really love snow. Oh, Andy. Oh, yep. Andy caught on. Yes, this is not actually snow. There's a giant that's been running around here, and this is his dandruff. Yep, Andy, you caught it. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate it. Thank you for hanging in. Appreciate it. You were one of the first to jump in, so I really appreciate that. Yep, I better hurry up and head to Starbucks for McKenna. The rest of you guys, please make sure you check out the channel. I've got a couple more videos posted. Hopefully everybody saw the new popcorn bucket. I did the short video and the short for that. That was pretty fun. So, and we will do an unboxing video with McKenna here one of these evenings. I'm not sure exactly when. We'll figure it out, but pretty soon we'll do an unboxing video of a bunch of Disneyland stuff from McDonald's. All right, you guys, time to say I have magical snow dreams, and we shall see you again. I'll try to live stream again from here. Seeing that a bunch of you guys are on during the day, now I know I can live stream, and that some of you guys are normally on at night with me will be able to see the live stream during the day. Yep, Yep, Jen, I like that. Nature by day, Disney by night. That's going to be my new slogan, Minnie. Nature by day, Disney by night. All right, you guys. Thanks again. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. You guys are awesome. And we'll see you again here. Hopefully live stream again in another couple days. But I'm not sure when, but I will do it soon. Thank you again.